I don't know what I expected because it's WWE, and everybody knows I'm not much of a WWE fan anymore. Um, but I always watched Royal Rumble. It's usually fun, except for the last 2 years. The last 2 years, they have gone out of their way. Either they've gone out of their way to sabotage the Royal Rumble, or they're just ignorant to the current wrestling scene. They ignore who's actually over in their company. They ignore who's actually getting fan responses. They want to say, well, they don't sell merch and they don't do this and they don't do that. I'm not sure about that. I would like to see those figures that prove that these guys that get cheered all the fucking time somehow don't pull in the same revenue as the guys that are getting booed out of the fucking building. And yeah, it was Philadelphia. Yeah, it's the Philly crowd. They're going to shit over the pretty boys, the fan favorites. They're going to have that ECW counterculture. But this is not just ECW counterculture. This is not just Philly. They're going to shit over Roman Reigns tomorrow night on Raw. This is the guy that you're going to presumably book to dethrone Brock Lesnar, who you've made to be up this machine, this ungodly killing machine that can't be defeated, even though if we're going to pretend that kayfabe even fucking remotely exists anymore, if we're going to fucking pretend that the history means anything, Brock Lesnar's been beat for a dozen times. Are we supposed to forget the last few years? All of a sudden, now he's unstoppable. Now he's a killing machine. Well, what the fuck was he a couple years ago? He's getting beat by Triple H. He almost got beat by CM Punk. It's just all of a sudden he's just the fucking man and he can't be defeated. Well, what the fuck is that? Now, and they'll cheer Brock if he makes it to Mania. If he doesn't drop it, I don't even know if they're having an elimination chamber this year because they're doing WWE Fastlane. Is it just me or the pay per view titles getting lazier and lazier and lamer and lamer? So, if he doesn't drop it at Fastlane, then Brock will take on Roman Reigns in a match that will get fucking. I won't say booed. It'll get booed if Roman Reigns wins. Otherwise, it's just gonna they'll be cheering Brock because they killed Roman Reigns' momentum. The guy actually had momentum. The guy was going to be a main eventer. He was supposed to be a main eventer. But they have booked him in such a manner and pushed him when it wasn't his time to be pushed that they've killed him. They've killed that. Who knows if he'll ever recover, if he'll ever be the same again. They want him to be the next John Cena. He's got to be next John Cena. The guy's not fucking old. He's not ancient here. If he had to wait a year to build up to actually having a run, so fucking what? Lots of guys had slow build ups. Daniel Bryan, as far as over as he is, it took him a few years to get there. It's not that big of a fucking deal. You don't gotta push guys just for the sake of fucking pushing them. Now, you watch the Rumble. Okay, I'm not saying the heels can't eliminate the good guys. Of course they can. That's the whole fucking point. Wrestling is heels versus baby faces. But you there's ways to do it where you get actual heel heat and not go away fuck you heat. X Pac heat. You don't want that. The crowd wasn't booing because Kane and Big Show were beating up Roman Reigns. They were booing because Roman Reigns was going to win the Royal Rumble. Just like Batista last year, when Daniel Bryan didn't come out at number 30, the crowd just knew and they shit all over it. And ironically, this is what caused Roman Reigns to actually win this year is last year. Oh, he got such a pop. He got such a fan response. That's because Batista was the hated fucking guy. He was. They considered they didn't like. They blamed him for Daniel Bryan not getting a win there. And this year, Roman Reigns is in that spot. He's gonna get shit on. He's gonna get booed. Maybe if you turn him heel, you might be able to save something. But that they're not gonna do that. Why would they do that? I mean, the crowd was just dead. And they were gonna be dead for most of these guys because most of these guys just aren't over. As much as I like Ryback, the fucker's not over. He is not over with the fans, and he was over when he first came back and he got his push and he got put back into the main event scene. He was over. He was getting cheered. He was the big guy. Back again. Then the CM Punk podcast happened, and oh, we can't cheer him now. CM Punk says you sucks. So, he's done. Daniel Bryan looked good tonight. He's your top. He's one of your top guys. He's gets the best crowd reaction on your fucking roster. And do you even involve him in the final four? No. No, you don't. Why'd you even bring him back this early? You know what? If you could have avoided all of this, you could have avoided every single bit of this Daniel Bryan backlash again if you just let him stay at home another month. One more fucking month. If you'd brought him back the night after the Rumble, big fucking deal. Set him up in any fucking match you want to against whoever you want to. The crowd would have ate it up. Crowd wouldn't have cared. But no, you had to bring him back for the Rumble. Then you didn't let him win the fucking thing. Not only did you not let him win the Rumble, you didn't even let him make it to the fucking final four towards the end of the match. Midway through the match, just out of nowhere, with a fucking shoulder block, he just gets eliminated. And of course, that's setting up Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt, who will have a good match, I'm sure. But at the same time, they've been wanting this match for a long time. Do you remember last year when Bryan had to join Bray Wyatt's little blah 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 blah? They've been wanting this match for a while. They've had it 20 times, but now it's going to be at WrestleMania, which means jack fucking shit because we've seen this match a dozen fucking times. Now, I'm sure if you give them Bryan and Wyatt, if you give them 15, 20 minutes at Mania, they'll go out there. They might steal the fucking show, but you've killed your main event. And we might get The Rock versus Triple H. Okay, I guess. I mean, The Rock actually, for being the Philly crowd, The Rock actually got a pop. People actually fucking gave a shit about The Rock when he came out. They popped. It brought him back alive a little bit, more than anybody else that night. Even when Dolph Ziggler came out, the crowd kind of popped a little bit. But then they realized, oh fuck, he ain't gonna win it. They're not gonna do that. They're gonna push this fucking Big Show fucking angle down their throat. Big Show, Big Show. Oh, he's so tough. He's so tough. Guy's been jobbing for 2 or 3 years, and all of a sudden, oh, he's the man. He can't be defeated. I mean, there are ways to turn around a talent and to make them imposing again. But when the crowd, again, he's not getting legitimate heel heat. He's getting fuck you, get off of my TV heat. Now, good heel heat might elicit that response to some extent where I'm tired of this guy. But at the same time, you're like, well, I just want somebody to beat the fuck out of this guy. I want somebody to beat him. I want someone to, you know, do away with him. Don't get the big win. Fuck you, go away heat is, I don't care if this motherfucker never shows up on my TV again. I am so sick. That's what it is. That's why. Why for the. Oh, and I forgot about the fucking Money in the Bank briefcase. You don't know fucking. I doubt it'd even be. Now that I think about that, it'd probably be fucking Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns at Mania. And if Triple H takes on The Rock, I doubt Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins will even be the last on the card. So why even bother? Why even bother? And okay, the WWE's defense is WWE is a draw now. Whatever we do, whoever we put out there, the numbers stay the same. We're steady. So why not? Why not work the crowd? Why is that an excuse to suck? You can fucking why, why, why? I know the answer is they're fucking idiots or they don't care. They don't care because, well, we're going to push this guy. We're going to do that. They want to pretend to be a corporate world. They want to say, oh, we're the corporate worlds, but they still want to do wrestling politics. We're not a wrestling promotion. Well, stop acting like a wrestling promotion because that seems like a big pissing contest, is what you're promoting right now. Just fucking, just it's like, look at your roster. Like, barely anyone gets a fucking crowd reaction. And they're all fine fucking wrestlers, all good wrestlers. You have to be good to make it this far. But there comes a time where people get stale. They get tired of them. You don't have two brands anymore because that was too fucking difficult to keep two shows going and trying to keep them both entertaining. Well, fuck that. Let's just lump everything together and make SmackDown the B show and not give a flying fuck. We don't have the star power. Well, fucking when guys come along that can be stars, you don't do anything with them. How do you expect them to fucking? How Daniel Bryan actually achieved this level of overness is almost a fucking mystery because they've fucking treated the guy kind of like shit. I mean, okay, I'll say this and I'll show. Imagine, if you will, 1990. Hulk Hogan just gets tossed out midway through the Rumble. I know he entered late, but still, it just the crowd would have been like, and I know Hogan got eliminated from past battle royals and whatever, but I think the crowd, especially in 1998. Now this is before the 1992 backlash where people were starting to hate Hogan. This is when he was still fucking over. Just oh, he's eliminated. Hmm. Or what about 1998? Where Stone Cold just kind of just gets tossed out, hit with a shoulder block, knocked out of the ring. Oh well, he's gone. Oh well. You wouldn't fucking do that, would you? You wouldn't do that to your most over guys, would you? I mean, that. It's WrestleMania. The fans know it's a work. We all know it's a work. Get over yourself and realize this and work your audience. Fucking, yeah, I'm not saying give them everything they want, but definitely fucking feature your most over guy in the prominent role in the company. Imagine that. Um, imagine that. Like back in the day, Hulk Hogan being the center of attention. What about Bret Hart or Stone Cold or even The Rock? They were all center of attention. They were the focal point. Now, why was that? I don't know, maybe because they were the most fucking over guys in the fucking company. Of course, they're the fucking focal point. It's just ever since the end of the Attitude Era, and the Attitude Era is it was fun. I remember it being fun. That's not the greatest people fucking make it out to be. But it's the last time you really had that just awe-inspiring over talent. Because Triple H could never be that guy, and he resented that. So he's done everything he can in in the last decade and a half, to fucking not have that kind of thing anymore. And if he does the job the Rock at Mania, good. They should, because those two guys were that was the top heel at one time, and that was the top babyface at one time. Although their matches usually sucked. Let's have it one more time. Let's have that Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair type deal. While they can still go the heel versus the babyface. Okay, fine. Where's Sting going with all this? Fuck if I know. Now that you bring who knows if The Rock will even stay around, even for Mania? He probably not even fucking won't even be at Raw tomorrow night. So I don't think I'll be checking out WWE Fastlane, and I'm just really the Royal Rumble's supposed to be a big deal, and believe me, I know heels have won in the past, and Roman Reigns isn't supposed to be a heel, but that set up a big match or that set up something. It's just why do you sabotage these lands? Why? Why would you go out of the way to cost yourself? Well, I doubt it's money. They'll still make bank. They'll still make money. That's not the fucking issue. That's why they don't care because no matter what they do, they'll still make money. And I know that's the fucking point of wrestling, to be a professional, to make money. I'm not a fucking idiot. But at the same time, whatever happened to going out there and putting on a good show, getting the crowd into it, the crowd was not into this. They didn't give a flying fuck, and neither do I.